Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ghost Tea Podcast. I'm your host, Ariel Willow, a clairvoyant since childhood, paranormal investigator, and an occult practitioner. Today's episode is based off of a question that I got for my podcast from the Discord server that I'm part of. Someone asked whether or not a deity can be part of your spirit team, and I wanted to go over this question because a lot of people have this question about not only deities but also archangels. So I figured today was a great day to go over that topic. But before we jump in, I just want to remind you that everyone has different views on things, and that's okay. I don't expect you to believe what I do. I just want to share what I've found in my personal path with others. And to anyone who is interested in booking a session with me, you can do so by checking out my shop, arielwillow.shop, or going to my website, www.arielwillow.com. I restock my shop every Saturday. So we already have an episode going over your spirit team and what that is and my beliefs around it. So I'm not going to go over what that is. If you want to check that out, you can go to the spirit team episode. And also I would recommend the Infernal Guardians episode I did the other night. Talking about infernal guardians, which is something that I didn't have in my original episode because I didn't know they existed at the time. So always adding to the knowledge rather than limiting myself. All right, so let's talk about the subject of whether or not a deity or an archangel can be part of your spirit team. I believe I already go over the subject of family members in our current lifetimes being part of our spirit team in my spirit team episode, but if I didn't, I want to go over it really quick here just so that it's stated somewhere. So in my current belief, I don't actually believe that our current family members in our lifetime now can be spirit team members in our spirit team within this lifetime. So for example, if you've had a loved one from a past life pass away, that loved one might decide to be a guide for you in your current lifetime. So let's say that your grandmother in your past life passed away in that lifetime, but she didn't become a guide for you until your next lifetime. And this just prevents a kind of bias that could happen when you would have someone from your lifetime within that same lifetime as that spirit team coming through as a guide for you. Because if your grandmother from this lifetime passed away and she became a guide for you, you would have a bias towards your grandmother and reaching out to her more so than the rest of your spirit team, which would kind of limit your growth and limit what you're able to learn because you're always only going for grandma rather than any of your other guides that you might not trust as much. So personally, that's just my opinion on that. I know that people feel differently, and that is okay. I just want to state that here because a lot of people ask me about that. So I just wanted to make it clear in case I haven't mentioned it anywhere else. Now getting into deities and archangels as part of your spirit team. So I do think that deities and archangels can assist in your spirit team. In terms of archangels, I do believe that archangels, as well as high-ranking infernals such as Lucifer or Lilith, Leviathan, things like that, beings that are more well-known can be within your spirit team, but I don't feel that it is very often that they are truly a part of our spirit team rather than just a stand-in. What I mean by a stand-in is a being that has decided to take over the position of your normally assigned guardian angel or guardian infernal, things like that, in order to step in during a certain time in your lifetime and assist you through certain experiences. So for example, maybe you go through an awakening in your life. Maybe you go through a complete change of your belief system. And maybe you have Archangel Michael to come through and be your quote-unquote guardian angel during that time. But then after you've kind of integrated into that new belief system or that new path, then he just kind of steps back and allows your other guardian angel who was originally assigned to you to come back and take back over. The same with guardian infernals and high-ranking infernals, as well as deities. Deities, in my opinion, in this case are a little bit different just because you don't typically have a guardian deity when it comes to your spirit team. At least in my understanding, that may change if I come across different information in the future. But as far as I am aware, at this time, I don't believe that we have guardian deities. I do think that we have deities that choose to watch over us in certain timelines. But not everybody, I feel, just needs that. I feel that there are some people who just want more guidance in their lifetime and they agree to have a deity help them with that. But some people just don't want that much guidance, or they might not need that much guidance. I do personally think that a lot of times people assume that certain deities are part of their spirit team because of how many lifetimes they've worked with that deity. If you have worshipped or worked with a deity for multiple lifetimes, their energy is going to be very, very familiar to you. They are going to feel a little bit more like a guide sometimes rather than just a deity that you're working with in this lifetime, because you have so many prior experiences with them. So their energy is more integrated with your energy in this lifetime than maybe another deity that you've never really worked with in previous lifetimes or haven't worked with as much. And because of that, it could cause you to just feel that that deity has a more integration in your energy in this lifetime rather than other ones. And it's going to feel more like a spirit team member rather than just a deity that you're working with. So I do think that that may be kind of where that question is coming from. But again, I am not claiming that this is the end-all be-all information. This is the information that I have right now, and with the knowledge that I have right now in my own practice and what I've learned just gathering information myself. So I'm eager to see whether or not that could change, or whether or not that is accurate information for me moving forward. But as far as what I know right now, that would be the case with that. So yeah, I know that this is a really, really short episode, but I just kind of wanted to go over that really quick and just kind of talk about it and bring up this conversation. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, you can go to the link in my link tree. My link tree is in the description and my bios on TikTok as well as Instagram. And I also believe I have it on my website. If I don't, I will go ahead and add it on my socials page. But yeah, go ahead and check out my link tree. The invite to the Discord is on there, and it's just called the Strange Ones Discord. It's a Discord that me and my friends use, as well as our followers, just so that we have a place to discuss different things. And I also have a channel on there that is Ghost Tea Podcast Questions, where you can submit questions a little bit easier for me to find. For whatever reason, like I said, I've been having trouble getting the audio questions to load the same way that they did before to where I could answer them. So because of that, I have just chosen to do most things through text. So thank you so much for listening. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful 2022 so far. And yeah, stay safe, stay curious, and keep learning. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.